Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, welcome back to Empire Total War. Well, last time, we came so close to winning this game in a lovely, peaceful, happy fashion. Me, Britain, Westphalia, all just enjoying the benefits of peace and trades. But then Britain decided to go, oh no, we're not going to sell you New York, that'd be weird, stop asking to buy New York. So, okay. Well, we're having New York, one way or another, so you'd better get used to the idea, Britain. Fortunately, we've got an army ready to go right here, just chilling out, ready to invade when the moment is right. But, the moment isn't right, not just yet. And that's because Britain can do terrible things to me. Now, I think I'd win quite comfortably, but, yeah, there could be, a cascade of problems in this game. In particular, right now, I am making a profit every turn of 30,000 gold. Amazing, absolutely brilliant. I am incredibly rich, but, if you just look slightly to the left there, you'll notice that that depends on, yeah, almost 40,000 gold of trade income. And that trade income is all coming straight through in and out of Amsterdam. Okay, so if Britain just gets a single ship besieging that port, the following turn, I'm bankrupt. And bankruptcy immediately starts knackering everything. You do not want it, meaning I can't attack Britain until I'm absolutely certain, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that the Dutch Navy can repel any British attack by sea. And then there's another very small issue. Tiny issue. Don't even worry about this one. But, Westphalia is also allied to Britain. And Westphalia's been going off me a bit recently, because I have been, conquering the entire world or whatever. And, Westphalia is actually quite rich and powerful, and controls, the former centre of France and Spain. They are ludicrously wealthy at this point, and basically surround me because I gave them literally all the land around me. So there's a very real possibility that if I attack Britain, Westphalia is going to immediately decide, well, that's not cool, we're going to bloody well stop you. So, yes, basically, the British Navy, incredibly powerful and all that, that's right next to my central port, which I must defend under all circumstances, and Westphalia, they've just got armies basically everywhere, alongside and indeed in my land borders. They regularly just march straight through my territory just to, bypass, say... Oh, right, at some point Poland took that. I swear that used to belong to Venice. So that means it's time to, yes, bring together and bulk up the navy a bit. So, all the lovely fourth rates, they're going to be, coming home. They'll be there in a matter of turns. No trouble with that whatsoever. Honestly, yes, small scout ships are not going to do well. They can just join up and come home too. Lisbon seems to be stabilising for the time being, so I don't think we need to be keeping an eye on that. And we're also going to be needing more training facilities in case I need more boats in a hurry. Because right now, yes, pretty much my entire navy just comes out of these two ports. And that's just not enough. In particular, Sweden right now has no villagers left to grow. So, growth rate is not as important as it once was. We've got a fishery right here. It's generating a tiny amount of money, but bear in mind, yeah, the actual tax we're getting off that is whatever the tax rate is multiplied by that number. So really, it's only like, probably 200 gold. We don't need 200 gold. Instead, burn it down. Next turn, that's going to become a proper shipyard. And I believe... hang about. I know you guys have got one too. There we go. Denmark. You don't need that fishery either. Burn it down. As I say, next turn, a lot more ships coming in. Though in the meantime, no reason not to get working on a few other bits and pieces. And, oh, now this. This is interesting right here. Rocket ships. If you ever want to consider going up against a big navy like Britain, you can't go too far wrong with the rocket ships. Though for the time being, yeah, just get working on the big lads here. Second rates in both my major ports. we need to build up one a hell of a navy. And we also need a handful more men, because, yes, if we're about to be at war with literally everyone around us, Berlin's in pretty good shape. Hanover could do with, a handful more troops just to defend it just a little bit. Admittedly, cannons are, surprisingly cheap, actually. So, okay, handful of cannons over in Hanover. Amsterdam, that absolutely must be protected. Start off with a couple of light infantry. They do a good job sniping off the walls. We'll bulk that up a bit next turn. And there is one other slight potential issue. I've not been able to verify this, but regardless, let's talk all about the things that John possibly got wrong. I'm not actually 100% sure. Because I have spent a fair amount of time trying to cause a revolution over in Maratha. And a couple of people have mentioned to me, no, actually, that's not completely how that works. Because I actually took the former centre of Maratha off them, and thus forced them to relocate their centre north, that's why the rebellions that have been popping up have not been that strong, and have been struggling to make progress, because they're just normal rebellions. Now, I don't know whether if a normal rebellion were to take the new centre of the empire, whether that would count as a revolution or not. So, it would appear we potentially have to, make sure the revolution happens in the original centre. So I'd say, how about we do that? But, if that's going to happen, then, one, we need to just give the city back to them. No problem. It's completely surrounded. It will be completely isolated. No major trouble whatsoever. But two, and this is the very important one. How about we sabotage it first? After all, I see all these buildings here causing repression, happiness, yet more happiness. Oh no. No, 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 no. When the moment comes, I feel like somebody will, in a terrible mistake, leave the oven on overnight and the following morning, oh no, it's all burnt down. And speaking of all burnt down, oh now, hello there, sexy. So, we've already got a university here, causing, -6 to happiness. I feel like that's not enough universities, you know, because when they move in, they will immediately demolish my Protestant building in order to clear a space. Now, that would be bad, so I'm going to have to demolish this first. So, get rid of that. I'd say, how about more schools? Because I'm pretty sure the AI will never demolish an education building, even if that education building is destroying their public order. So okay, 2 incredibly cunning and or dumb plans underway. Let's see what the rest of the world's got for me. Well, we've got eyes on Britain at this point, and I'm going to be honest, I think they might be onto us a bit, given there is a giant ship nearby then again. Okay. Armies just scattering all over the place. Maybe the British in America just enjoy a good bumble. I'm not sure. Oh, speaking of Poland, right, they want to come back in. Okay, them we just pay off. No trouble whatsoever. Oh, but you know what? I'm kind of glad we've got some, other big wars we need to take care of, because we just unlocked Quicklime. Now, up to this point, I've been very fond of Carcass shot. Brilliant shot. Great fun. Oh, no. No, 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 no. We've just replaced it with something much, much more potent. Right, stay focused on the important stuff here. Shipyards, let's just get them into production everywhere. Also, while we're just bringing up the let's talk all about the things that John got wrong, here's one I just discovered live. So, in the last decade or so since this game came out, I never knew that shipyards had multiple training slots. I thought that was just for land buildings. For some reason, I always thought you could only train one ship at a time. I had no clue. So okay, bloody genius me. Right, well that's going to make it much easier to train a giant navy, yes. And over in India, yes, laying the groundwork for Operation Revolution. It is happening whether they want it to or not. Brand new school going down in this wealthy territory. You know, I'm also glad the Maratha plan changed, because something very dangerous has just emerged, which is, yes, their new centre has just grown a port. and they made that port into a dockyard. So, for the first time in their history, Maratha can now train actually somewhat scary boats. Right up to the terrifying 4th rate. So, I don't want them to own that port anymore. Okay? So, I would say, move in, over here, take this, hand it straight to Punjab, turn around, and hit this place. In fact, this here's a port that must have just popped into existence too, because nothing's built there yet. So, okay. We've got to take all these new ports away. In fact, you know what? This is very exciting. Because, guys, if I give this territory to Punjab, in fact, okay, if I make a trade port there, and then I give it to Punjab, me and Punjab can trade. There'll be direct routes. Oh my. Well, this is very exciting. Then again, I say there'll be a trade route. Trade routes need, yes, a road connecting the centre with the ports. Now, I don't see a road round here. So, it may or may not count, I'm not sure. I mean, I could also give Punjab this territory right here. If they've got both of them, then even if it is a road, then down here, along here, round here, up to here, round the corner here, over in this direction, and okay, the trade will go a stupidly long way round, but it'll get there. Then I can trade with Punjab, my new best friend. Okay, let's make it happen. Alright team, everybody forwards, because, oh my, you've got howitzers, don't you? Oh lads, I've got a brand new type of explosive to test on you. So today on this lovely rainy day, yes, we've now got some new options. Traditional round shot will always be available. Obviously, explosive shell is still there too, though that gets replaced down the line as well, don't you worry. But now, oh, Quicklime. This stuff is, you know what, let's just start, and we'll see if immediately, oh good, there is somebody in range. So we're just going to be loading that up, sending that in, and in just a moment when that lands, oh, we've got some lovely, lovely white powder that just crashes down and sends a beautiful, beautiful spray of horrible murder chemicals straight at the enemy. So I think we might have been a bit unlucky with the hit right there. So instead, guys, we have got lovely troops right here, in fact. Oh, there's the Gurkhas. Prioritize the Gurkhas if you can. That'll be good. The trick is, of course, yes, Quicklime and Carcass Shot work very similarly, which is they hit the ground, then there's a bit of a cone of damage behind them. So you can get lucky and basically wipe out 100 men in a single shot. Or if it doesn't quite get the angle right, you can do very little. Though right there, yeah, you're seeing a bunch of people just died very fast in these formations. So sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. But oh, that was it. That was the one right there. So it's now started hitting these guys pretty bloody well. And yeah, basically it's just Carcass Shot, but chemical warfare and slightly, just a tiny amount more effective. Meanwhile, just got to get my, yes, cavalry into a good position to go and assassinate their cannons, use the town as cover, and yes, my troops are now firing on theirs. Should not be the biggest problem in the world, honestly. Secondary cavalry, just head over in this direction. In fact, oh, blimey. Sorry, you guys got yourselves a little bit out of position. I was just enjoying the whole murder with chemical warfare thing, and missed the fact some of you were getting a bit flanked. Still, the centre's going very well right here. These guys are just being seen off. So how about we, yes, pull you guys forward a tiny amount. Hopefully you guys won't be too shot. Yeah, turn your attention over to these guys when the time is right. Those are the Gurkhas. They're coming in for a melee. Gotcha. But they're already wavering, so I wouldn't worry. Definitely shooting my own troops there. These guys go, yeah, I'm definitely shooting my own troops there, guys. I was hoping you might, you know, retarget these guys over here, but whatever. Right. Cavalry, just head over in this direction. Meanwhile, you guys just head over to here. Nice and fast, if you'd be so kind. Start shooting these lads in the back. Tiny handful of casualties here, but we should be a-okay to my mind. What on earth is going on down there, by the way? I don't know, to be honest, but oh, here we go. Lancers. Now, Lancers are never a bad target for proper cannons, and here we go. There is the fire on those guys. We've Captured a building. How on earth have we done that? Sorry, did one of my horses just go inside a building? Because that is not what you were supposed to be doing. Please get out of that building. You are a horse. And there we go. No major trouble. Everybody just basically decides to naff off. Good. Good, good, good. Now, Operation Give Punjab Access to the Sea. Take the city and make sure the port is a trading port. Lovely. In fact, yes, once this is done, there will now be an impenetrable barrier of land between, yes, Maratha and me. Because they can't attack Punjab without declaring war. Which I don't think they want to do because they're already in a terrible, terrible situation. Meaning the only way they could get their troops back to, yes, what's going to be their centre, way down over here, completely isolated, is by sea. And I'm taking every last port off them. The only one that's going to be left is this tiny trade port over here. So all we need to do is just block up this narrow bit of sea and we'll be golden. Although, to be honest, in the long run, I could do the same thing over here. So in theory, hang about. If I wanted to completely optimize this area in terms of friendly trade buddies, we would take this territory, tear down this dockyard, turn it into a trading port, and give that straight over to Punjab. This territory, meanwhile, would not belong to Punjab. It would belong to Afghanistan. Then Afghanistan could trade with me. Meanwhile, over here, we recreate Persia, because old territories can come back from the dead, like France did way back when. So that would be, yeah, 3 new trade buddies we could trade with in this bit of the world, replacing one person who bloody hates us with 3 small nations who would bloody love us. So, okay. If you really wanted to min-max, that's how you could do it. And that's kind of the point of creating small nations in this game. Basically, you're taking your enemies and you're converting their territory into friendly trade partners. And very often, you can get more money trading with a friendly trade partner than you could get by controlling the land itself, especially if the land isn't particularly valuable. Oh, and hello, sexy. Look who just dropped in. My brand new, top-of-the-line, mega elite infantry. The Holland Guard and the Blue Guard. Who are, yes, in terms of guns, equally good. Really, really good troops. Range is standard 70, but accuracy 55, reloading 60, so they're getting off a lot, and I mean a lot of shots. And the Blue Guard, same deal, but much better in a fight. Like, those are ridiculous mega stats, even compared to, say, Scots, the real bloody tough lads in the background. It's just embarrassing. Alright, these guys have as much power as, like, 2 kilts. Imagine that they are just wearing 2 kilts at the same time. That's how strong they are. The reason for that being I'm allowed to have precisely 1. That's how ridiculously mega elite they are. The Holland Guard, up to 6, same as the Scots. So obviously, yeah, let's get those guys working because, well, the plan isn't to invade Britain, but if they force my hand, I won't say no. Yes, that reminds me. One bit of intelligence I really should be keeping an eye on is, if I might be about to attack Britain, where is Britain's power? In particular, where are the navies? Now, I can see in Madagascar, even though I'm not there, who's trying to send trade along the trade route. So, I think Britain is not there. They might be in Brazil. So, just in case, I'm going to send, yeah, maybe 1 galleon. Perfect. Galleons can defend themselves. So, send you to Brazil just to go and have a bit of a look-see at what's going on. I almost completely forgot to pay off Poland there. Poland, naff off. Okay, here's something new and interesting. Poland are refusing the bribes. Well, alright, here's what we're going to do then. I'm going to park my boats right here inside interception range of both their harbours. Because their harbours only have, yes, basic rubbish. They are like, you know, fishing, trading ports, etc. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. One of them's a shipyard. They've actually got a shipyard going on, right. So you guys have decided you want to, yes, make something of this, have ya? Oh, guys, I welcome it. Come and give it a go. Okay, meanwhile, the Great British Bumble continues. Possibly they've got trouble elsewhere. They seem to be moving armies around a lot. But definitely some are staying in New York. To be honest, me parking a massive ship just outside their territory might have tipped them off a bit. Maratha, meanwhile, sending in some decent reinforcements from the north. They do not want to lose any more territory in this bit of the world. So, okay, we got to smash them before... Actually, no, we don't. If I just give the territory to Punjab, but then they'll be kicked out of it. They can't do a thing. Basically, I'm just creating a Maratha-proof force field all around my territory in southern India. Okay. Couple of small interesting things though, which is, one, the brand new rebel army that spawned here has not been stopped or intercepted in any capacity by Maratha, suggesting maybe these guys have a chance of winning. If they do, I don't know, as I say, whether that's actually a revolution or not, or whether the rebellion has to happen down here. Meanwhile, in Europe, we've actually got, yes, 2 territories I just gave to the Ottomans have gone rogue at this point. The Ottomans could not hold them. So we have many rebel nations in Europe right now, because Croatia is still rebel. Nobody ever bothered taking it back. Also, I've realised why Poland might have attacked me. And do have a large army standing right outside Warsaw. And I'm going to be honest, I was just going to ask you guys for military access to walk them home. Although actually, as they've just effectively invited me in by telling me it's now wartime, let's walk into each other's territory, I was just saying I don't like the fact that Poland has got dockyards. This army needs to go up here to join up with the fleet to sail home anyway. I see no reason why we wouldn't, while we were, you know, passing by, just cause a bit of trouble locally. So alright lads, don't mind it. Oh dear. Are you guys trying to guard the bridge? Well, okay, in that case, just to go over here, smash this territory, murder these stupid bastards. In fact, this is, oh yeah, this army is nothing but howitzers. So okay, Quicklime's gonna get its chance to shine today. Oh, here comes the warfare, and we're just going to drop the chemicals on them. 13 men dead in that unit. Sorry, 25 actually. They're immediately panicking and backing off. 18 dead over there, 9 dead right there. They did sort of nicely cluster up for me right at that moment. Oh, they don't want to be here anymore. They're suddenly very scared, as they bloody well should be. Unfortunately, lads, it's a little bit too late. So, if you get lucky, yeah, like right there. That was a beautiful hit. Right up the line. You can just see all the corpses right in that bit of the world. If we got a good angle down these lads, we could kill, like, you know, 50, 60 of them in one go. It's basically carcass shot, but a tiny bit better. And just, you know, a bit more pleasing. Because, okay, setting people on fire. It's a little bit obvious, isn't it? But murdering them with science, now that's got style. And as the first Polish troops begin to approach my line, this is what's made it. So, 100 men out of this unit are dead. Just died to the chemical warfare before they even made it up here. These guys, yeah, 80 are dead. Closer to 100 over on this side. This unit at the back did slightly better, but now they're just so banged up that, yeah, the first exchange will just break them immediately. And I get the first shot in because they're marching into my range. There's a bit more right there. These guys wavering, and there's some more. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I mean, they're doing their best, but they just can't. What are they going to do? What are they going to do to me at this point? They're just way too banged up. So guys, just continue firing, taking them out. Please concentrate all firepower on the one unit that actually thinks it's got a chance. I'm guessing you're the captain, if I had to guess. So, yeah, everybody's going to be firing on these guys, I assume. And they are, well, they say they're steady. Not sure I believe it, to be honest. In just a moment, any moment, my cannons will be ready to just gently toss a tiny bit of caustic whatever Quicklime is, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand the science. I understand it's bad, and like, if somebody shoots it into you with a cannon, it really cocking hurts. I didn't even want to fight, okay? All I wanted was to cross this bridge, but you had to be dicks about it. Right, just keep the army moving in the right direction. Contrary to appearances, I have no interest in the centre of your empire whatsoever. I'm just passing through to liberate Prussia. In fact, oh, that is an idea. I mean, I know me and Prussia didn't get on well back in the day, but New Prussia, they could potentially be useful. Oh, and my rocket ships are ready. Right. Guys, you get down in this direction. And Poland, I am begging you, send out the 6th rates. Give them a go. Oh, and here's fun. I just arrived down in Brazil and just sheer coincidence, there is... oh, there's a trade ship right here. Like, a Maratha ship just spawned right next to my galleon. Oh, this just isn't fair, and I'm going to enjoy it. So, in the red corner, this small rowing boat manned by 2.5 men and in possession of 1 cannon. And on the other side, yes, a galleon I stole off Spain back in the day. Now, to their credit, they get the first shot off. Well done. Shot number 2, however, is going to be mine. And step 1, we're going to take out the sails, because I would like to take this ship over and make it mine. So, in just a second, lads, just a little second, just give him a bit of a wiggle, just, you know, show me you mean business. Let's see what we can do in terms of... Alright, so they don't have, sails anymore. Their sails are now gone, which is, nice, right there. Also, I knocked out a cannon. Didn't even really mean to be honest, but we did. So let's just, turn her around. Oh, she surrendered. I enjoyed that hugely. You know what? I'm having that. Lovely. Now, the real reason I'm here, let's have a bit of a look-see. Who's trading where? Poland, Ottomans, Spain, no Britain. Why isn't Britain using its giant navy to conduct any trade? Because so many other territories are also. We need to find the Polish fleet. I don't know whether it's a proper big fleet. If it's just trade ships, then I might be able to send in this 1 galleon and take over the lot all by myself, which would be absolutely hilarious. So let's go have a spy on them. Okay, this turn I could 100% move in, take that territory, hand it to Punjab, start trading next turn. But at this point, I'm just curious whether these guys can actually make it happen. I've sent in, yeah, priest to spy on them. They can win that. Guys, I am begging you. Go. Do it. Make it happen. Let's find out whether or not that's a revolution. I don't know whether it is anymore. So, okay. Come on, Maratha. Come and give it a go. And you guys, I'm begging ya. Do it. You can. You can do it right now. I believe in you. Austria and the Ottomans continuing to just burn each other's ports down. Pretty much all the time, actually. Oh, Poland. Are you really thinking about this right now? No, I think they're going to go and try and take the rebel territory that I sort of created by accident down to the south, which is, I mean, to be honest, fine. I don't care about it. You guys can have it. Oh, no, they have decided to come up. Oh, you mad bastards. Oh, but they are bringing the most classic of all Polish units, a bit of an anachronism in this day and age when I'm bringing, you know, chemical warfare and bullets. But still, oh, these lads are tough bastards. So, yes, indeed. The winged hussars are coming in. They have got ridiculous charge bonus. Amazing defense, good morale, great melee attack. These guys will slaughter anything they hit. So, it's pretty important we focus them down with cannons before they get the chance, because they will tear my cavalry to shreds. They'll do a number on my infantry as well, but oh yeah, it's going to be nice to see them in action. Alright, due to my volume of artillery and cavalry, I think they actually might have more infantry than me. So I've drawn up, yeah, pretty much as thin as it goes. 3 ranks, in fact, yes. For damaged units, less than 3 ranks. But yeah, for the most part, that's going to be fine. Cannons in the center, cavalry around the rear. We have got, yes, our snipers on the edge. They actually have 2 modes, by the way. More of a, yes, wide, loose skirmish formation than a more traditional ranked behavior that we can now turn on and off, which is lovely. Grenadiers as reserves because they are nice and big and tough. And we do not know from what angle the reinforcements are coming. But the reinforcements are a very small force. We don't need to worry about that, which is good, because they're coming from behind us. So, alright. Cavalry, that is your job. You guys get over here and be ready to intercept all of that. Now. Apparently these guys are not in range just yet, but it's up to them to make this happen. And where are they? Oh, there they are. There's the magnificent bastards. Just look at those. I was about to say hats, but like, not hats. Back hats, if you know what I mean. Oh, they're magnificent, aren't they? Watch where they go very closely. They can be dangerous. So, alright. Guys, just keep on keeping on. There is a fair bit of artillery, I believe, in this army. In fact, actually, that's more infantry than I was expecting. To be honest, I should probably send maybe 1 or 2 units to assist with this. And guys, you're actually on the right ammo, by the way. You are lovely. So we're just sending all of this straight into them. Straight away, that unit at the front down to 135 out of 160. 25 dead men already. That's going to be a good hit, I would imagine. Okay, they got a bit lucky on that one. The spray must have gone just straight on through them. So, okay. Maybe pull the cavalry back. Actually, I'd forgotten there was so much infantry. I don't mind cavalry taking on that infantry. Though I might be able to take out the cannons nice and easy. Maybe just send, yeah, my own hussars over to here. Get around the back, destroy those cannons. Won't be a big deal, to be honest. Now, where have I got an opportunity to do anything? I need to bring at least 1 unit away. This front looks pretty quiet. So you guys get over to here and assist with that. We'll just bring the front in to more like, yeah, this sort of an angle. That should be absolutely fine. 1 unit of grenadiers. They're the reserves anyway, so send them where they're needed. Cavalry still in a good position to maybe get some work done in a moment. Not yet, though. They might still be in a tiny bit of range. I'm just going to let my cannons do their own work for the time being. I'm sure it'll be fine. They do have... Oh, hang on. Okay, their most powerful unit is at the back, guarding their cannon. Honestly, I will take it. That's fine. That's not a problem in the slightest. And it looks to me like, oh, there's a lot of fire going down over here. Yeah, bunch of units all clustered together. That is a good spot to lay down the fire. Guys, put some fire in this bit of the world. Take some of these units out, if you'd be so kind. I'm seeing, yeah, it's a bit of a staggered approach, which is really good news from my point of view. Because, yeah, that just means we can concentrate our firepower nice and easily. You guys should now be, I'd say you're going to be safe. They're sending 1 unit back. You know what? It's probably fine. Then we've also got, yes, my own cavalry ready to move in. Should it be necessary. They're trying to protect that cannon. Then we have got, yes, units starting to emerge right here. But they should be in our firing range too. So yeah, we're just laying fire on them. This front engagement is going to go very in my favor. In fact, weirdly, they're sort of, yeah, all clustered in the center, which is weird, but okay. I mean, I'm not sure why they're doing that, but alright. Push forward, box them in. Let's get them completely surrounded in that case. They're coming in for a charge. Okay, toss some bombs at them. To be honest, like right there, let's get some bombs right on those guys, if you'd be so kind. I think you just missed them. No, they moved out of position, unfortunately. For some reason, they want to melee, which is really weird. So yeah, they've just been surrounded. They decided they did not want to do a line. They just wanted to, yeah, barrel into the center, and it has not paid off for them, like, at all. Okay, we got some guys over here. What's going on at the back, by the way? Oh, I feel like my cavalry has... Actually, you know what? I've caught them in the nick of time. They've done their job. They are now coming under fire. Just evacuate as fast as you can. These 2 units are now basically useless. So, okay. The Polish center has just collapsed straight away. Oh, they're coming in, and I feel like it might be a bit late to catch them. Guys, lay down all firepower on them if you can. Everybody else, good luck. This is going to really cocking hurt, by the way. So, okay. You guys probably aren't even reloaded right now. So, there's a bit of damage. I mean, look at that. It's the... Oh, that's good. A third of them went down before they even get in. But this unit is... Look at that. Look at that poor unit of line infantry. It's taken so much damage. Admittedly, I'm kind of shelling them. Kind of shelling them myself. That's true. Don't worry, guys. I've got grenades coming in just a moment. Have they decided to naff off? They've decided to naff off. The grenades are going to be too slow and too late. So, oh, guys. I mean, that's a pounding right there. Nearly half the unit just died. And more than half the unit, I'm sorry, you just got shot by my own troops right there. So sorry about that. Fast as you like. Let's see if we can just get a handful of shots at them while they're retreating. But yeah, those guys are not a joke. Those guys are ridiculously strong. Okay, how are we doing on this side, by the way? And where's my cavalry? You guys are over here. Lovely. Cannons, you turn around, because you can do that, and just start, yeah, going for all these lads. You guys just form a back line over here. Shouldn't be a problem. You guys move in this direction. I think we are about okay. Right, last handful of units would appear to be... Yes, there's a tiny bit of artillery at the rear. Hopefully we can just scare them straight off with the hussars. They're taking a lot of damage, wavering. You're out. You're definitely running. Okay, we got them. Now, the question to follow that up is... Yeah, I had, like, no intention of taking Warsaw, but now they've kind of left it unguarded. So, I mean, is there any actual points? Well, the reinforcements just fall over. Handful of units make it back to the center, though they are badly damaged. We could just walk in. It's just whether I... Uh-oh. Okay, Poland might be about to get their revenge, because I don't know what they've got in that fleet, and... Oh, you poor, stupid bastards, what have you done? Okay, leave the Marathan trade ship at the rear. We don't need it. Send in the galleon, entirely set to chain shot, because, yeah, we can just break the sails in a single volley. And then they're probably gonna surrender pretty much straight after. Their guns just cannot do anything to me. And these ships are damaged. These are not good condition ships. At all. Little bit this way, just to make sure we get through this side. No, no, no. No, you don't. There's the chasers right there. And, okay. They are turning a little aggressively, which is a shame. But you know what, lads? How about we compare cannons? Just to see how we get on when we're done. So, yep, there's their cannons right there. Most of them missed. And then we have got my cannons. Okay, well, you fluffed that, didn't you? There we go. That's a bit better. Okay, you're not doing as well as I was hoping for that. I'm just going to move you straight over to, yes, the normal shot. How about we just move you over to there and start shooting you with cannons? Cannons is fine. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? My ship is a tiny bit slower, so I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to get my other broadside straight up your arse. There are a handful of shots right there. They have less guns across their entire fleet that I've got on this one ship. And by the way, you're about to have a really bad day. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, surrenders are now up to 3. There is only 1 ship remaining. It's already wavering, even though I have not fired on it recently. Now, there is only 25 men in here, so... Okay, how about we have some fun and turn on Grape Shot for the first time in 10 million years? Because there's only 25 men in here, so we're just going to go over here. Please don't break. Alright, I want to have some fun with you guys. So there's just casual fire from my own soldiers. No, no, no. No, 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 no. You guys aren't getting away with this. Fire, fire, fire. And instant surrender. They did not enjoy that. Grape Shot is pretty terrible at the start of the game. There is a tech that makes it a bit better. So if we're lucky, Basically, Poland, thank you for your treasure fleet. I'm going to enjoy it hugely. Oh, and they're not done yet either. They've decided to burn down one small sheep farm and then retreat. No, also some workshops. So, I mean, ballsy. These guys are getting really ballsy. I just assumed they were going to be paid off. But alright. I understand. You guys want a spanking? You're going to get a spanking. Alright, Maratha reinforcements are just walking straight past me. Trying to get down south by the Luxiofit. So okay, we can just go and intercept them. No trouble there whatsoever. Oh, here they come. Guys, okay, burn down that town. And then it's time. Into the... Go and attack the town! You can easily win! Please! Okay, but, good news, all of my shipyards are done. Right now they're pretty basic. They can only basically train, the 6th rate. So, the next stage of dockyard is where things get a lot more sexy. At that point, yeah, we've got 4th rates, we've got Admiral 5th, we've got the bomb catch, which is kind of like, the rocket ship, but not as good. It's mortars, not rockets. And on top of that, boats are just popping out left, right, and centre. There is a new 2nd-rate ship of the line right there. That can just move and join up with you. Seriously, guys, come on. Come out and play. Yes, the Black Sea Fleet has successfully returned. Yet more ships coming out over here as well. So, okay, the Navy is starting to get into a good place. Oh, and it's done. The trading port right over here in the recently conquered territory is ready to go. So, okay. We are ready to hand over. But if I hand over, I don't know which direction these troops are going to get kicked. I'm pretty sure you would get kicked out over here. But you might get kicked out down to here, where you might be able to take out the rebel force. Which I'm still kind of hopeful might be able to do something at some point. So, no, guys. Naff off. Okay, the fight was a complete walkover, but I just want to, yes, take a moment to enjoy the fact that the last unit on the field decided it wanted to march straight at me in a column. Literally the worst formation imaginable when you're walking into artillery. Because if you get a good cone, then men just... they drop dead, like, so fast. So you're just hearing the screams right there. 121, dropping down to 110. The column. Really, really bad idea. And at some point, they're going to be getting into, yes, shotgun range as well. So this is just, oh, this is lovely. I'm enjoying this shooting. Oh, one shotgun saying, yeah, I'm ready to go. And this guy at the front's decided, oh, hang on, maybe not. Actually, it's meant just abandoned them. Okay, you know what? Good shout. I'd say if he wants to walk in a column straight to artillery, let him. You guys ought to stay. Oh, artillery. There has never been better artillery in this entire franchise than there was in Empire. It was just beautiful. Okay, with that taken care of, it is time for Operation Get My Troops Out of There and maybe bring back Persia. We might need to workshop that one a little bit, we'll have to see. So you guys get over to here. Everybody on board the boat. And it's time for you guys to go on an adventure. Because this territory, not my problem anymore. Ooh, though maybe just dump the men about here. Because it turns out there's a much bigger fleet here than I was expecting. A 1/6 rate. Oh dear. Okay. May have slightly miscalculated that. But I can get the troops ashore. Just so we're fine. Right. As I was saying, Punjab, my old friends. Give them this lovely territory right here. Absolute freebie. No trouble, mates. And that's it. There is now a barrier between, yes, the rest of Maratha and what's left of their empire under siege down here. If they can't control the sea, they cannot get down here. And that means, okay, you guys, they may or may not be able to trade. I am not sure what the rules are. So, I mean, the game's saying it's allowed. Okay, so I feel like you're not really responding with the level of gratitude I was expecting, guys. Okay, I gave them all the farming techs in the world, and they went for it. Lovely. So now we are trading Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're making some good money right there. Love it. In fact, that trade is immediately worth, yeah, more than either of the small Italian states we're trading with. More than Venice as well. That's good. That's really good. And as for Poland, oh, I cannot be bothered dealing with this. I wouldn't know how to dispose of it. Alright, we are leaving that be. We are going to go up here. We're going to deal with this. Maybe we'll respawn Prussia. In fact, I could just make it to... Oh, that's much better. This completely unguarded town with no walls whatsoever. There will also... Oh, I think I know what I want to do today. Step 1. Murder everyone inside stupid town. Step 2. Select cavalry divisions with additional movement points. Step 3. Use those to force Polish Navy out to sea. And now Polish Navy is out to sea. Oh, we get to wrap up today by enjoying the rocket ships. So absolutely, to date I have been heaping praise on the big, beautiful ships with ranks and ranks and ranks of cannons. But today, we're going to be enjoying this tiny rowboat over here, with only 3 guns on it, but the guns flippin' hurt. Just like we've seen rockets before, same basic deal. These guys have got a step ladder, they've put it on their boat, and they've had the good sense to bring along a big old pile of rockets. And just like various galleys, we've seen these guys don't broadside. They fire straight forward, or indeed straight back. It's a pretty narrow pattern as well, but the advantage is, yeah, range at 750. There's a good chance they can't hit, you know, an individual soldier, but against a very large ship, say, they've got a much better chance. And they've got a decent chance of just making enemy fleets go kaboom. We've seen the odd ship just explode because it caught fire. Rocket ships can just cause ships to explode. Just like that. Now, admittedly, we're going up against small ships, so there's a good chance these guys will completely fail to hit anything. In fact, if I get my other ships too nearby, they're probably going to hit my ships rather than the enemy. But, you know what? It'll be worth it for the fireworks display. Oh, and here we go. We are 10 million miles outside of their range, so they cannot fire at me, but I can start laying down the fire on them. I can just stand right here and fire over and over and over again. And as you can see, the chance of me hitting is actually not particularly spectacular, though we might get lucky and there we go. But against a much larger ship, this is way more effective. And even then, oh, hang on, we just got a good hit right there. So, random rocket shot right here. Just, yeah, partially demasted this ship. A rocket hit the mast, and the mast just said, well, alright, I guess I'll be checking out at this point. Meanwhile, my own big ships are just stepping inside to help out a little bit, finish everybody off, but just the power of rockets can be ridiculous. It can be truly ridiculous. I'm just going to send you in just to, yeah, finish off business here. But, oh, the firepower right there. Sorry, I didn't even mean to shoot you, actually. That was a bit of a mistake. Plus, of course, as you can see here, rocket ships present a very narrow profile to the enemy, because they're not going broadside to broadside. So, the chance of the enemy missing is actually a fair bit higher. Right there, that was a good hit, and you can see right there, we got a hit in, meaning this ship is now on fire. And when a ship's on fire, there's a chance at some point it will simply go kaboom. That ship might just explode, and nobody likes being on fire, as you might reasonably understand. So we're just going to keep up the pressure on this lovely sexy bastard. If we're lucky, he might just decide to explode down the line, which would be absolutely magnificent. Oh, more fire. More fire just hit. Definitely more of their boat is on fire than was before. Just keep turning, guys. Go on. Just track that guy down. This guy is actually now, yes, he is now routing while on fire. He might explode anyway. We'll have to flipping see. This boat is just outmaneuvering us, which is a bit embarrassing. And we're just going to keep laying down the rocket fire. But this can be highly effective against the biggest ships going. That's what rocket ships are great at. Oh, and there it goes. That ship just exploded because it was on fire. Setting a ship on fire and then letting it go kaboom. Excellent. Excellent strategy. Right there. You guys ready to go, by the way? Just turn. Please just turn a tiny, tiny bit more. There we go. And you're probably ready to go now too. So, okay. I was basically just showing off the ships on that occasion. That could have been done way, way more efficiently. But I think you get the point. Okay, you hit a really big, expensive, dumb ship, like, say, a 4th rate, with a handful of rockets. That thing can take a lot of damage, that thing can be on fire, that thing can explode. All of a sudden, no more 4th rate. Just a handful of rocket ships at the rear of your formation, just firing into the enemy. Oh, absolutely beautiful. In fact, you know what? I'm keeping this. Poland doesn't get Baltic ports anymore. Elsewhere in the world, as I expected, yes. Poland went down and took that small territory that went rebel. No major issue. I believe it was theirs before Russia took it off them in the first place, so that seems perfectly fair. Oh, and Maratha finally beat that rebellion with a handful of troops. Guys, you've let me down badly. I had faith in you, but, to be honest, I have a better, much, much better plan, in fact. Oh, and it's done. A sentence that can be applied to various things across the Empire. Like, for example, a brand new, huge expansion to this navy right here. Now that's big and ready to deal with anything that Britain could throw at it. Which is itself ignoring the fact there is an equally large and powerful navy right here, and more ships just joining up, ready to go momentarily. So okay, we are going to be swimming in the big ships. This is beautiful. And the army, meanwhile, I'd say they are perfectly ready to move straight on and take East Prussia as well, denying Poland any access to the Baltic going forward. And to be honest, this is a perfectly reasonable place for me to expand to. This borders Berlin. This is fine. Admittedly, I'm going a little bit conquer the world right now. Probably everybody's really annoyed. Oh yeah, Britain's down to -24. But I'm gonna be honest, Britain. You're gonna be a lot lower than that in a minute. Oh, and this is good too. My new school is ready. So okay. Okay. Protestantism in this area is at 75%. We have got ourselves, big clamour for reform penalties. Remember, that's going to be worse for anybody who's not a republic. And oopsie, somebody burnt down your happiness building. And also your central government administration. And also the walls. Why not the walls? They apparently make people happy. So somebody burnt down... That was the barracks. Yeah, they can be burnt down too. That's fine. I don't mind anything about that. Gunnery school. Well, I'm not going to be here anymore. So, Naval Council. Yeah, basically burn it all down. Burn down the entire bloody city. And when that's done next turn, I shall simply return this city to Maratha. Now with no happiness buildings whatsoever. No army, of course. They'll need to train that themselves, and I suspect they can't bloody afford it. And all of the education buildings. 2 education buildings, absolute nightmare. Oh, and Protestantism. Don't forget that. Massive religious unrest as well. Oh, this is going to be fun. And don't forget, of course, we've got ourselves a beautiful army starting to form up in Amsterdam. Some of the most elite troops we've ever fielded. And I feel like they're ready for a day trip to London. And speaking of day trips, you know what else is a lovely tourist city? New York is. Guys, how about we go pay it a visit? So I'd say next time we're coming up on the end because, yes indeed, we're going to lead Maratha into a ridiculous public order trap. I could not possibly have rigged the deck against them any harder. So we'll see how that flipping goes. And of course, the big showdown. The Netherlands versus Britain, and most likely, our dear friends, Westphalia too. Next time, it all changes. We crack out the evil laughter. We admit, okay, fine, I was planning to take over the world after all. You got me. And the slaughter flipping begins. Hopefully, you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been Empire Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear!